Hi guys, this is Tony J. Salimi reporting from Tenerife Island, where I am on a 5-day coherence retreat, coaching, mentoring an amazing, successful woman from Madrid, an amazing client working for a big company, but actually transitioning to being a full-time mom and also a business owner, a serial business owner. So this live broadcast, I would love to actually dedicate it to all the women out there in the world who are business owners, who are mothers, and who actually have to do multiple jobs to be able to support the family, but also grow their business and follow their calling. Now, there's more and more women in the world who find themselves single with their children and having to juggle their professional life. Some of them are business women, so their business life, their family, their social life, but also trying to find a relationship. So today, really, I spent the day with my client here in Tenerife, actually addressing all the different voids that she's finding in her own life by powerfully questioning her and also understanding their wants and her needs, because she's at a point in her life where she needs to actually give up so much power that she's built over the years working as a professional woman to actually dedicating her life to raising her child. And I have quite few of my clients who find themselves in a similar situation where basically they have to make a choice between being a great mother but also being successful and having the means to support them, especially if you find yourself as a woman single in your mid-30s, 40s, 50s, and you have children and family to maintain. So today I really want to explore and share with you some of the insights that my client received in here, hopefully to support you on your journey and to be able to shine, thrive, and rise, bring your true divine feminine power out there to be able to create a unique plan that actually satisfies your desire to be an amazing mother, but also to be successful, soulful, spiritual, and also be wealthy. Because like it or not, those children will grow up and those children will need your support. So before I go further with this, I would love you to share this, comment, have any questions you may have, and also tag somebody who may benefit from the videos that I've been sharing in the last 4 days. So becoming a full-time mother after having this massive success in the career ladder, it might be one of the most challenging things that most women, but also single dads, might find themselves in. That they have to step into this new space which is full of uncertainty, full of new challenges and full of new, I would say, experiences that not necessarily you might find yourself the right skills. It is for this reason that my client actually booked me for those 5 days in here to not only look at her existing business but also create a bridge to the life that she wants to create. So, and if you find yourself struggling, believe me, there are millions, if not hundreds of millions of women out there who may find themselves in the same space. So as mentioned before, this broadcast is really dedicated to all the hard-working mothers out there, women also, because there are so many women out there who actually, they may not have their own children, but actually looking after other people who may be as their children. So I want to dedicate this to actually help them develop the right mindset, but also create a pathway for them to be able to transition into enjoying her gift as a mother and looking after their child, but also being able to be successful. So what I would love to share today is what you may want to know right now if you are in this space of transitioning. So the first thing we looked at with my clients today is to find the kind of community that you want to hang around with, and usually would be a community which is extremely supportive. So look at, for instance, communities who are also parents, For instance, if you are a single parent, then look at the community with a single parent, because if you're going into a community where you see couples, you might find yourself very, very lonely. So depend what your personal circumstances are. I always say it's about finding the right people you can talk about, and also talk about your challenges, because other people may have similar challenges. So today we focused about getting my client to actually create this list that I helped her create about the different communities she can tap in order for her to actually transition from being a career woman to full-time mom and owning her own part-time business. So the second part I would love to remind all of you ladies out there, it's to really spend some time with yourself. And what I mean by that, it's I see over and over so many clients that I help that when they become mothers, they actually lose themselves, either devoting most of their time to their children, to their partner, to their business, to their career. And usually the proportion ratio is 90 to 10, where 90% of their time it's focused on other things and 10% it's focused on themselves. So make sure if you're in this space, put a good time every single day for you to actually give yourself the time that you need to self-reflect. In today's world, for most of us, but especially mothers, we don't have days off, you know. For me, it's because I love what I do. This is my day off, where in the evening I can share with you guys incredible insights with so many different people that I work with. But most people, most of you mothers out there, you do not have those days off. As a mother, your days go from Monday to Sunday and then continues. So make sure that you have a chance to actually pause and switch off. And this is what I've been helping my clients over the last 5 days, to be able to switch off from her life, from her family life, business life and everything else, but focus on her and what she actually truly wants. Although we work on certain business issues, but we actually refocused her on herself. The other part is basically because we are driven by emotions and by feelings, most mothers out there feel ashamed to actually share their story. And I've met some incredible women who find themselves in some very difficult marriages. And it is essential, guys, if you are one of these women, get in touch. I love nothing more than to help you really, first of all, overcome those personal challenges, but secondly, to actually help you design a life that is fulfilling for you and for your child. So make sure you are able to talk about it. So if you're not ready to embark on a journey with an expert like myself, find people around you who can actually be an ear and a support to listen to you. The other part that I would strongly recommend is when you're moving from a career to actually owning your business and being full-time mother, there'll be so many different expectations that previously you may have had being a career woman, to actually suddenly being at home, spending a lot of time with your child, and also spending a lot of time building your business outside of your career. So just think about it to know exactly what kind of expectations that may be draining your energy. So it's okay to have expectations, but if those expectations are actually take your energy, your focus, and your time from the things that are most important to you, believe me, it will be very difficult. So Sheila Cash says, hello Sheila, this is for you guys, for all of you women out there. So this broadcast is specifically designed for you. So everybody who said hello, Errol, you also said hello, please share it, please tag somebody, because today I'm literally sharing insight for this 5-day retreat. I'm working one-to-one with a client here in this beautiful Tenerife with amazing views, guys. This is what I love doing. I love maximizing people's potential, but also resolving problems. As an engineer and somebody who studied engineering, psychology, spirituality, healing, science, maths, and so on, I love to be able to find specific solutions to my clients' problems. So the other part you may consider, if you're trying to build a business at the same time while you're maintaining your family life, I would say to you, if you can't do it and it's taking too much time of you, you can actually delegate certain tasks. For instance, some mother find it difficult to delegate childcare and find somebody who can be really, really good for their child. And I've helped some of my clients actually be able to release this control to be able to get that quality time they need for themselves. So if you are trying to do it all yourself, you will simply delay how fast you can actually grow, how fast you can get your life back on track, and how fast you can actually create a business that satisfy your current needs. So I have Shelley in here, who's a typical example of an amazing woman who I love and adore. He also is a mother and also is an amazing coach. So just think about it. It's if you have young children and you want to build your business, find appropriate childcare, somebody who can look after your children. And if you are lucky, like for instance my client who Gayatri, who actually runs her own business, Gaia Cars, she actually brings her kids into a coaching session, and her child, her youngest son, experiencing healing at a very young age. So maybe you may want to integrate the things that you're doing. And the other part that as a mother, as a woman who is in this transition, you may want to consider exploring the different centers that are out there for children. And I've met women who actually are challenged by, let's say, their children have different illnesses. That, for instance, I worked with a parent who her child suffered from autism. So I helped her actually design her life and business around that, so they actually can spend enough time to be able to support their child, but also do what they truly love. So, and the other part which I notice most of women entrepreneurs lack, it's being able to hone your craft and have a very clear vision, but also a very clear message for the business you want to create. Now, it is very daunting and frightening to be able to step in from a full-time position to actually running your own business, because at the end of the day, you may be the only person who pays the bills, the only person who needs to look after your children or a child, it does not matter. You may also have to look after your parents and who knows what. So it is very difficult to go through all those changes. Hence why I 100% advise you to get somebody who can actually help you through that. Because when, like what I did for the last 4 days today, it's focusing my client in extracting her unique skills and being able to communicate it in a way that basically she can actually sell her products and services to all these people she actually came across in her business world, and not being afraid that how she will actually manage financially, how she will manage mentally, emotionally, and potentially find time to eventually find somebody to love. So, you know, there are two types of mothers in here and women. One that actually are in a very loving relationships, and they really need only a certain amount of help. But there are so many women in the world who find themselves single and find themselves out of work, and they find themselves with a question, what now? So the other part, which is extremely important, guys, the financial planning. And I see most women struggle in business and being able to create a unique financial plan to support them for the vision and the future they want to have for themselves and for their children. So my client Gayatri, she is just sending a big heart. Gayatri, big heart back to you. I look forward to your next session, and I look forward to help you literally grow yourself, grow your business, and those beautiful 2 children that you have. So the other part is really finding ways to enjoy this new space you may find yourself in, because so many people around the world now facing a new reality, and that new reality is that the job is no longer what our parents taught us. Now think about that. It's my parents taught me that, going to university, following my career, and finding a good job, and that's it. Well, guys, you'll be surprised. I've had so many different jobs. I had so much training, so many different qualifications, and I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and I'm still changing and evolving my business. And while I'm talking about, by all means, check Janice Gordon's book, Evolving Business, because I had the pleasure to actually read that on this 5-day coherence retreat here in Tenerife. And a lot of the insights that she shares, it's also what I've been teaching for so many years with so many different clients. But believe me, it's got a nice step-to-step process for many people who find themselves wanting to evolve and grow their businesses. So it is essential to have that clarity. And lastly, guys, it's really knowing what drives you. What is it that gives you tremendous energy, focus? And for me, for instance, what drives me is the knowing that every human being, if they were to know what I've been studying for the last 30 years, the world will change in an instant. Meaning people will share more love, will connect better, and we will resolve most of the problems that the planet is facing, and we'll start actually appreciating and learning from one another rather than actually seeing one another as enemies. We'll start to really come together in this coherence that focuses us all towards heart-centered leaders and a new way of thinking, a new way of actually sharing and connecting with one another. Because technology has done exactly that. Technology has actually dissolved most of the boundaries that we've actually had for so many years. But not just that, those boundaries can be physical boundaries, like for instance the existing problems that we collectively co-created in Britain, Brexit. While we had this massive space of having multiple citizenship across 27 countries, Brexit has destroyed the freedom for us to be able to work in environments like this and travel around Europe and be global citizens. Now, it is very difficult for any government in the world to do that, because reason being is most of us are in this new spiritual age, and in this new of connecting and sharing. We don't like boundaries. We don't like to be imposed where to work, how to work, whom to work, where to love, with whom to settle down, and where to settle down. We actually see the world as one big playground where we can actually be of service to people from around the world. And there's more and more people who are actually awakening to the knowing that we are absolutely connected in every single way, despite of what our minds tells us. So by working with so many women around the world, what makes me realize is the importance of equality, the importance of bringing those two energies in equilibrium, the importance to actually empowering women in business, in leadership, and the importance of actually having more women in government, in business, in healthcare, in every single sphere of life, so the masculine and the feminine energies can work together to actually better our world, to create better policies, and to create more freedom for the children that we will be leaving this world to. So the question I have for most people out there, it is, what kind of a world that we're gonna leave behind that others gonna inherit? Now, there have been many different downsides about this new way of thinking, but also technology can actually, if used in the right way, can truly connect so many people under one ideology, under one umbrella, under one common cause of purpose. So if you are transitioning from being this career woman and you're going back into running your business, what I will share with you by working with so many women I know there is a pain inside of you that you want resolved. That's for sure, no matter what that pain is. So just write it down all of your pain points in your life. And usually they will evolve around finances, around your relationship, around your home, the life, maybe your parenting, maybe you are single. It does not matter, but write those pains down. Express your true being without actually your mind going 5 miles ahead of you trying to resolve them. Because once you acknowledge something that needs working in your life, you can actually make the next step. But what I see wherever I go, many people live the illusion of having a happy life or having it all together. Now, especially for so many women clients that I've helped over the years and people I'm working currently at the moment, they're seeking my advice and help to be able to bring clarity into their life so they can actually make informed decisions about their next step and how to really transform their life and how to really grow their businesses, and also be extremely proud moms, because bottom line is they want to leave some kind of legacy and they want to inspire their children to actually live a meaningful, purposeful, healthy, wealthy, happy lives. And I know that it is up to all of us to support each other, but especially to help many women around the world to become excellent in leading, to become excellent in business. So what I see, what's common between most of my clients is like, for instance, when I look at the clients that we've co-created to Living My Illusion documentary series. Now, I have 2 clients I'm working with there and their business. So business is Vandercom, which is basically telecommunication and IT service provider. So if you are a business and you want somebody who can manage all of that, by all means get in touch with them. But for instance, the strength Joel has, he's extremely creative, extremely innovative, extremely risk-taking, and being able to bring bigger things in life. And because he's experienced this work that I'm doing in here so many times, he's so inspired to share it with the world. But then on the other hand, I've got my client Timia, who is extremely driven by figures. You know, she's the financial director of the company. And it's so beautiful to have those 2 skills, because when you work with 2 people like that, you can actually use both of them to actually create something bigger. And this is how we co-created Living My Illusion documentary series, which has been winning so many awards out there, because in a way it's actually supporting so many women out there who potentially maybe find themselves in a wrong marriage, to be able to have a voice, to be able to I would say break through any challenges that may come through separation, and also to maintain the love between their new life and the life in which they co-created children. And what I call it in Living My Illusion is being able to help people to simply separate and divorce with love. And that's unique work, guys. And it's great to see my clients going through the journey and eventually maintaining this wonderful equilibrium, that their children feel inspired to actually honor their truth. And to live in my illusion, it's all about honoring your truth. Now, if you're going to transition from business into from career into a business, this is also honoring your truth. So now I'm going to finish this live broadcast, because I'm going to go and enjoy this wonderful view I have in here, and also meet my partner and do some work and work for tomorrow, because it's my last day in here. We're going to be finishing a 5-day retreat with a lot of healing work and reflection work, and also insights for the last 5 days, and clear action steps that my client can take to really realize her dream, moving from this power-driven career into having her own business that she runs from home, but also being able to satisfy and grow herself as professionally, mentally, financially, being able to make more than what she's currently making, working from home while she's maintaining her work-life balance and family life, and being able to provide a lot of love for her children. So if this has inspired, tag somebody, share it with somebody. You may want to read A Path to Wisdom, how to live a healthy, balanced and peaceful life, because this will give you almost a step-by-step principles you can follow to really create tremendous clarity for your business, for your personal life, for your spiritual life, but also the kind of lifestyle you want to live. And if you have read Path to Wisdom, by all means go and check out #Loneliness, the virus of the modern age, which recently was selected as the winner in the Book Awards. And if you like to learn from different entrepreneurs, I for sure will suggest you read the Fit for Purpose Leadership book number 3, where I also have a chapter in there. And also this book became also Amazon bestseller in many different countries. And there are some amazing stories from different entrepreneurs in here, guys. All of them have something to teach you, and all of them have something to share with you, so you can grow your business, you can grow your mind, and you can actually transform your personal world and the world of the people you love. But most importantly, be able to live in your greatness. And what I mean by that, being able to live in peace with yourself and in peace with the world. And as some of you may know, my name is Tony Yefon Selimi, which means living your life in peace is priceless.